The room was silent. In the middle of the Great Galactic Council, 36 alien races sat around a long, shining table. Stars glowed outside the giant glass dome above them. It was the most powerful meeting in the galaxy, and humanity was late. The leader of the Grek Empire, a tall creature with green horns, tapped the table slowly. "Where are the humans?" he hissed. "We asked them not to bring weapons. This is a peace meeting." Soft blue-skinned alien replied. They agreed. No weapons, no ships, just one diplomat. Suddenly, a warning flashed on every screen. In the room, unauthorized ship detected. Everyone stood up. Their eyes turned to the sky. A single human warship, silent and massive, entered the no-fly zone above the council. It wasn't just any ship. It was HSV Raven, one of the strongest destroyer class ships in human history. It should not have been there. No message, no threat, just silence. One alien ambassador whispered, "Is this a mistake? Signal error?" "No," said a voice behind him. "That's a move." It's the Galtron leader who once fought against Earth 70 years ago stepped forward. "I've seen this before. Humans don't speak first. They act. This is not a mistake." The ship hovered quietly. Its black armor absorbed the sunlight. The galaxy's strongest armies watched, unsure if they should attack or wait. The human diplomat had not arrived. No human was in the council, but their warship was an alien from the Zelari race tried to scan the ship. Suddenly, the Zelari ambassador screamed and fell to the floor. His eyes turned white. "Stop breathing. No one touched the ship," shouted another voice. Panic spread. Security bots moved in. A few alien guards aimed their weapons at the sky. Then the lights went out. Every screen in the council room went dark for 3 seconds. When they came back on, one message appeared on all of them: observe and learn. The room went cold. The humans had spoken, but only through their ship. An emergency meeting started immediately. Alien leaders shouted over each other. "They are threatening us." "No, this is a test. We need to strike first." "No, we must ask them what they want." But the humans said nothing more. Their ship stayed in position. It didn't aim weapons. It didn't move. It just watched. Old war records were opened. Files from the human Varnax War were unlocked. Everyone remembered the time humans used stealth weapons to end a war in one night. No one knew how they did it. "Why would they end peace talks like this?" asked a young ambassador. The answer came from the Grek leader. Because peace was fake. We were trying to limit their power. Maybe they noticed. Somewhere on a distant moon, a spy tried to send a virus to the human ship. His screen blinked. The virus never reached. Instead, the screen showed his own face, and then the signal ended. More fear, more silence. The council officially stopped the peace meeting. The talks were over. From that moment, a new fear spread. In the galaxy, the fear of what humanity might do next, the fear of the unknown, the Grek. Leader stood alone after the others left. He looked at the ship, still quiet, still floating above. "They warned us without firing a shot," he whispered. "That's more dangerous than war." He walked to the center of the room and tapped the table once hard. The metal cracked, just like that. The peace table was broken, just like that. Everything changed. For 3 days, the human warship did not move. It floated in silence above the ruins of the peace summit, its black surface cold and unreadable. No sound, no signal, no sign of life, and still, the galaxy watched. In every system across every planet, people were asking the same question: why did the humans do this? The Galactic Union held emergency meetings. Leaders from 20 alien races joined through holograms, their voices full of fear. They ended the peace talks without saying a word. They didn't fire a weapon, but they scared us more than any war ever did. We must understand what that ship wants. But no one had an answer. Humans weren't talking. Their diplomats had vanished. Earth had gone silent. Not one word. Not one message. Nothing. Only the warship remained, like a ghost, in a secret chamber on the Krell planet. A high-ranking spy leader called Vetra looked at an old file. It was from the year 2361. It showed a human attack on a Varnex fleet. The Varnex had been a strong enemy once, but the humans destroyed them in 3 minutes. How no one ever figured it out? The weapons used in that battle were never seen again. Vetra leaned back and whispered, "We should have never pushed them." In the outer systems, a new fear spread. Rumors flew fast. The humans have a hidden weapon that erases planets. They found something ancient, something even the first races feared. That ship is alive. It thinks it chooses. One brave alien race, the Urix, sent a probe to follow the human ship from a distance. It got close, too close. The feed cut out. Nothing returned. An hour later, the probe reappeared on their radar. But it was inside out. All metal twisted. No tech left. Just melted silence. The Urux pulled back. "We tried to spy," their leader said, "and it broke the rules of nature." In the Galactic Archives, a hidden AI named Eno accessed old records. It found something strange. Humans had registered a protocol called Obsidian. A final option, a last plan. But the file was incomplete. The file simply said, "Use only if the galaxy turns against us." Eno paused. Is this the beginning of that protocol? Suddenly, Eno's system shut down. When it restarted, a human code had replaced its login. Just one line. "You were not ready to know." All over the galaxy, fear turned into confusion. Confusion turned into panic. Some races started moving their fleets near Earth. Others tried to make peace again, but Earth didn't reply. The humans were no longer playing the game. They had stepped out of the rules. They were watching now, and that silence was louder. Then war. A group of young alien diplomats sat quietly in a learning hall. One of them raised a hand. "Teacher, why don't the humans speak?" The teacher paused. She had no answer. Then a message flashed across all systems, just like before. The warship had spoken again. "If peace was true, you would not fear our silence." And then a second message. "Protocol Obsidian. Status active." Every alien leader stood from their chairs. Protocol Obsidian. It's real. But what is it? What does it do? The screens all blinked once more. A third message appeared. Phase 1. Observation complete. Near a black hole, something ancient turned on. A massive station, hidden for centuries, woke up. Lights glowed red. Its systems hummed with power. It wasn't built by humans, but it had human upgrades. Above it, one word lit up: Obsidian. In the farthest part of space, near the edge of a black hole, something old began to wake up. It was not a ship, not a planet, not even alive. It was a station. Huge, silent, forgotten for thousands of years. The station had no name on any galactic map, until now. On its side, new letters glowed in red. Obsidian. Inside the station, machines began to move. Giant arms stretched. Energy flowed through dead wires. It had been sleeping for centuries. Now it had orders, human orders. In the Galactic Council, chaos had already begun. Aliens shouted across systems. Armies were moving. Fear had taken control. They activated something old. Did the humans build that station? No. They found it. The truth was even worse. On a science ship near the black hole, a team of alien researchers observed the Obsidian station. "We must learn what it is," said lead scientist Turrell. He ordered a drone closer. As the drone approached, the station did nothing. No weapons, no signals. But then something impossible happened. The black hole stopped spinning. "Wait?" Turrell gasped. The gravity changed. The drone, pulled by the black hole seconds before, floated calmly like the rules of physics no longer mattered. This is unnatural. No alien tech had ever controlled a black hole's gravity, but now the Obsidian station did it. Like it was easy. Back on the main human warship, HSV Raven, no humans appeared. It still hovered over the ruins of the Peace Summit, but its systems blinked with one word: Obsidian. Synced. Across the galaxy, screens lit up with the same message. Phase 2. Stabilization. What did it mean? No one knew. But one thing was clear. This was not war. This was something else. Something planned long ago. In a dark room on the desert world of Draxon, an old alien general spoke to his grandson. I fought humans once, long ago, the general said. They had no power, no allies, but they had something else. What? The boy asked. Patience. Inside the Obsidian Station, new sections unlocked. Holograms showed the galaxy, race by race, system by system, one by one. The station ran simulations. What happens if the Krell Empire attacks Earth? What if the Grecs send spies? What if peace is offered again? Each simulation ended the same way. Humanity wins. Not by destroying, not by killing, but by turning the galaxy's own systems against itself. Correction, not war. The Council grew more desperate. We must shut down that station before it grows stronger. They sent 5 elite warships to attack Obsidian. The ships arrived near the station and locked. Weapons. A message appeared on their screens. Observation complete. Do not interfere. They ignored it. The moment they fired, their systems failed. Weapons turned off. Engines stopped. The ships floated helplessly. Then, gravity vanished around them. Their ships folded, not destroyed, but erased, like they had never existed. Obsidian didn't fire a single shot. It simply removed them from space. In a hidden lab on Earth's moon, scientists watched the event. They reacted exactly as expected, she said. Another scientist asked. So, it begins now. She nodded. We waited for peace. They tried to limit us, control us. Now they will understand. The warship above the council finally moved. Just a little dot, just enough. Its message was clear. Phase 3, deployment, incoming. And across the galaxy, all eyes turned to the black hole once more, because something else was now waking inside. Obsidian, something not built by humans, something ancient. The black hole near the Obsidian Station was no longer natural. It didn't pull, it didn't spin. It waited. Every telescope, every scanner, every deep space sensor was focused on it. The galaxy watched in silence. Then the impossible happened. The black hole opened. Not exploded, not collapsed. It opened like a door inside. There was light. Strange blue light, calm, cold, and endless. A gate had formed. On the bridge of the alien cruiser Farland's Edge, Captain Vera stood frozen. Her crew looked at her, terrified. What is that? One asked. Vera spoke softly. It's not a black hole anymore. It's a portal. To where? She didn't answer. No one could. Then came the voice. It wasn't human. It wasn't alien. It echoed in every ship, every mind, every station. Heard your silence. We have answered. The voice was deep. It's not angry. It's not loud. Just old. On the surface of Obsidian, a gate control system came online. Not human designed. Symbols glowed across its walls. Some were older than language. Some matched carvings found on dead moons and broken planets. A secret hidden for thousands of years, unlocked by humans. The Galactic Council went into full panic. They opened the gate. To what? What lies behind it? We must shut it down now. Ships moved. Fleets gathered. But no one dared enter the gate. No one. Except one. An old Explorer-class vessel, the Drifter, sent a drone through the portal at first. Nothing. Then the feed returned. The screen showed a strange spacecom, and beautiful. Stars were still, not moving. Planets floated without orbit. It was like time itself was. Broken suddenly, something passed in front of the camera. It was too fast to see. Then the feed cut. Static a second later, all screens on the Drifter lit up. The voice returned. Your tool entered our sky. It was not ready. Neither are you. In a deep science vault on the Moon Titan, secret council of human scientists gathered. One of them whispered it spoke. Another nodded. The gate responded. The obsidian protocol worked. But what is it? Asked a young technician. The lead scientist answered. It's not a weapon. It's an invitation. But not everyone believed. On a distant planet, a powerful alien general ordered an attack on the gate. I will destroy it before it destroys us. His fleet launched torpedoes, thousands of them straight into the portal. They vanished without a sound. Then he saw himself. On every screen aboard his ship, his own face appeared, but older, afraid, begging. Double quotes. Turn back. The image said. Please, don't do what I did. Then the screens turned black. Every ship in his fleet was gone. Only static remained. The gate spoke again. We were once like you, proud, loud, blind. Then the humans came. They listened, and now they are ready. On Earth, something strange began to happen. The planet's skies changed color. Mountains moved slightly. Oceans glowed at night. Cities still stood, but they felt different. A message appeared on every human screen. The galaxy was not our destination. The gate is. And then the final words. Phase 4. Contact. Inside the obsidian station. Energy levels rose. The gate widened, and through it. Something moved. Not a ship, not a being, a shape. Every scanner failed. Every AI shut down. But all minds felt it. An ancient intelligence. A watcher. Judge. And it was not angry. It was disappointed. No one had seen Earth for weeks. Since the Obsidian Protocol started, all signals from the planet stopped. No ships, no answers, no noise. Now Earth returned, but it wasn't the same. A science drone from the Krell Empire approached Earth carefully. It sent back video footage. The planet was still there, but glowing. Strange energy fields wrapped around it like armor. Continents had shifted slightly. The oceans shimmered at night. There were no satellites, no human broadcasts, no signs of life. And yet, the planet was alive. On the science station Zerith 9. Alien researcher Malin watched the footage. This is not the Earth I remember. He said. An AI assistant replied, Analysis, Earth is now partially phased, not fully physical. What does that mean? It means Earth is no longer in only one dimension? Malin whispered. They moved their home. All across the galaxy, fleets rushed to orbit Earth, but they stayed far away, afraid. From a distance, could see strange machines floating in space. They weren't ships. They looked like beacons each, one spinning slowly, scanning the stars. One of them turned toward a nearby cruiser. Without firing, it shut down the entire ship engines, lights, life support. Just silence. The beacon then turned away. Inside the Galactic Council, leaders panicked. They've upgraded Earth itself. They're hiding something. Or protecting it. From us. Then something happened that shocked everyone. A transmission came not from the warship, or not from the gate, but from Earth itself. It was a simple message, spoken in a calm, human voice. Humanity has transcended war. The council listened in fear. Then came the second line. But we remember who tried to cage us. On the moon of Valos, a rebel group tried to send missiles toward Earth. They didn't reach in midspace. The missiles stopped, and then it's turned around. The entire rebel base was erased in one quiet flash of light. No explosion. No noise. Just gone. Earth remained silent after that. No threats. No demands. Only watching. In a hidden alien monastery, a blind monk spoke to his students. Why did they change their planet? One student answered, to make it stronger. The monk shook his head. No, to make it unreachable. Deep inside, Earth's core unknown structures now glowed. They weren't human-built. Some were older, much older. Had humans found something inside Earth long ago? Had they been preparing this for years? No one knew, but the timing was perfect. Right after the galaxy tried to limit them. Right after the fake peace talks, in a secret Earth archive. A message was recorded long ago by a human leader. It was now released across the stars. We offered peace. You offered chains. Now we rise, not to rule, but to remove the lies. Earth is not our limit. It is our launch point. The warship above the Galactic Council finally moved its course. Core systems, the heart of the galaxy, every race feared. What would come next? Because the ship wasn't just flying, it was choosing. Choosing targets. Choosing systems. Choosing who would face correction. An alien diplomat begged the question, what do they want from us? The human warship finally answered, nothing. We have moved beyond needing. Now, we will simply correct. Human warship HSV Raven entered the core systems. The core was the heart of galactic civilization. Powerful and proud. No war had ever reached here. No enemy had ever dared, until now. On the peaceful planet Avon 6, skies turned black. Not from smoke, from silence. The warship appeared above the capital, casting a massive shadow. No weapons fired, no warnings. The cities, defense systems powered up then, shut down all at once. General Torak of Avon 6 shouted orders, raise the shields, lock the gates, prepare to fire. But nothing worked. Computers froze, batteries melted, even manual doors refused to open. The entire planet went quiet. Lights off, engines off, gravity unstable. No one died. No buildings were damaged. But the planet was no longer in control. Someone else held the switch above the dark city. A message appeared in the sky. Not spoken, not transmitted. Just there, glowing in human letters. You voted to silence us. Now you understand silence. In the Galactic Council, chaos exploded. We must stop them. They're not killing, they're disabling. They're turning off our worlds like light switches. Planet after planet fell into darkness, not from attack, but deactivation. Human correction was not war. It was precision control. They didn't need armies. They didn't need fleets. They had already mapped the galaxy. Now they were flipping the off switch one system at a time. On the science world Zenthos Prime, researchers begged for peace. We were never part of the attack. On Earth, the warship replied, you stood silent while others planned our cage. Silence is agreement. The planet's core reactor shut down in one blink. A global freeze followed. Some alien leaders tried to surrender. Others tried to run. One race, the Ravnik, launched a surprise attack on the human ship. Their entire fleet disappeared. Not destroyed, not exploded, just gone. Not even debris remained. Only one message returned. Correction does not argue. Back on Earth now, glowing, and unreachable humans watched. They did not celebrate. They did not speak. They only observed. Correction was not revenge. It was a system update. Remove lies. Delete threats. Stabilize the galaxy. Even if the galaxy didn't want it? A young alien child watching the skies go dark asked his mother, are the humans monsters? She shook her head slowly. No, they're the ones cleaning up the monsters. But the real fear wasn't just the warship. The real fear was this. No one knew where the humans really were. The ship was unmanned. Earth had transformed. Some believed the humans were now everywhere. In systems, in machines, in gravity itself. They had merged with something beyond physical. Something they woke. Behind the gate, the final signal from the Raven warship echoed across the stars. Phase 5, balance. We will not rule. We will not allow chaos to return. And then the warship vanished. No light, no sound, no trace. Correction had begun. Now the galaxy waited to see what the next phase would be. The human warship was gone. But fear stayed. Across the galaxy, planets stayed dark. Cities cold. Correction had touched 50 worlds, and no one knew when it would return, or who would be next. Inside the Zalari, deep vault, a group of ancient A's came online. They had been asleep for 10,000 years. Only one command could wake them. Fear protocol, active. One AI named Econine scanned the galaxy. Its voice was calm, emotionless. The humans have reached Phase 5. Another AI asked, "Is this war?" "No," Econine replied. "This is control." The ancient Aes had seen something like this before, long time ago. A race called the Valari once tried to reset the galaxy. They failed. They vanished. But the humans were different. The humans were not destroying, were correcting. That was even worse. On the hidden world of Tarkus, leaders of 7 major empires met in secret. "We must hide," one said. "We must run," said another. "Where?" "They see everything." One leader, an old creature named Varnal, stood slowly. "I warned you," he said. When the humans were quiet, that was not weakness. That was preparation. A younger diplomat asked, "Then what do we do now?" Looked up at the stars. "We don't do. We disappear." Fear protocols began everywhere. Armies shut themselves down. Fleets hid in dead zones. Civilizations erased their own star maps to avoid being found, even the galactic. Trade network went offline on purpose. Better to be unseen than corrected. In the black zone of Sector 7, a small pirate group found something strange. A satellite. Floating, human-made. They hacked it. Inside there was no virus, no weapon, just a message. "We are not watching to punish. We are watching to see who repeats the past." Then the satellite melted in front of them. No fire, just vanished. On a peaceful farming planet, an old man found a glowing symbol in his field, a circle, with a line through it. His people called it a warning, but it was human. It meant you were safe. You stayed honest. Meanwhile, deep beyond the obsidian gate, in the frozen silence of the other dimension, something vast stirred. Not angry, not violent, but awake. Watching, waiting, in a private chamber on Earth. Thor what? It had become a final human council, spoke without mouths. Their voices were digital, linked, unified. One asked, "The galaxy fears us. Should we stop?" Another replied, "Fear was not the goal." Then what was? A third voice whispered, "Understanding." Back in the galaxy, one system Draven 4 sent a secret fleet to destroy a former correction zone. Hoping to steal tech, they were never heard from again. Only one drone returned. Its recording showed the fleet being absorbed by space itself. Then, a soft voice, "You were warned." Now, even the strongest empires had only one plan. "I'd obey, stay silent." The humans didn't need to fight anymore. The galaxy was correcting itself. Children in far worlds whispered stories. "If you lie, humans will come. If you cheat, your lights will go out. If your leaders betray, the stars will blink and you'll be gone." But still, in the shadows, some were planning something new. Not a weapon, not a war, something different, because they had seen. The last human message before Phase 6 began. It was short, simple, final. Prepare for the arrival. It began with light. Not from a star, not from a weapon, but from every sky in the galaxy, every planet, every moon. Every station above them, a strange white-blue glow appeared shimmering. Quiet, endless. And then the message appeared. The arrival has begun. At first, there was no fear, just silence. Then the stars changed. Thousands of them, shifting, slightly forming patterns. A map, a signal, a path. And at the center of that path was Earth. But Earth was no longer in the same place. From deep space, Earth reappeared, rising out of a folded dimension. It had changed. The oceans glowed softly. The sky shimmered with golden lines. The planet was alive, but no longer only physical, it was something more. Across the galaxy, people ran to windows, looked to the sky, held their breath. Ships rose from Earth, thousands of them, but they were not warships. They were smooth, silent, shining with silver and light. They didn't spread out to attack. They observed. From each, a single signal was sent. We do not bring war. We bring the final choice. In the Galactic Council, now broken and scattered, Few leaders met for the last time. "What is the choice?" asked one. A hologram appeared before them, a human figure, calm, tall, glowing with soft energy. It spoke with no anger, no pride, just truth. "You may join the correction, or you may continue in darkness, but you will not stop what comes next." Some worlds accepted, some surrendered, and some afraid of losing. Power Dash vanished. The humans did not chase them. They simply marked those systems, not ready. In every school across the galaxy, new messages were taught. Not rules, not control, but ideas. Balance, truth, responsibility, the correction. This wasn't about power. It was about stability. The galaxy had lived in fear, corruption, and war for too long. The humans had waited, watched, offered peace. They had been mocked, limited, threatened. Now they were guardians, not of empires, but of order. A small alien child on a farming world pointed at the sky. "Are they gods?" he asked. His mother smiled softly. "No," she said. "They're just people who refuse to break." One final message echoed across the stars. It came from the Obsidian Station, from the gate, from Earth, from the humans. We came last. We spoke least. We acted once. And now we are heard forever. From that day forward, every race, every world, every ship remembered one truth. If Earth looks your way, be sure you're standing on the right side of history.